kind of style your fans can expect from that? Because when you did For All, the first solo song, it was kind of a like KAMELOT or Conception ballads, you know, really like soft and really emotional stuff. So is it going to be something similar, or you are more heavier, or whatever, you know? Or
It's,
you want to say now?
I have, there's a couple of directions, maybe three, but one direction is a little bit more on the jazzy side. I do play, I'm not a good guitar player, but I do play a little bit of guitar. And, you know, sometimes when I make songs, something weird comes out that doesn't really fit, you know, the Conception or KAMELOT or really anything that I'm doing at the moment. And there's been a few of those tracks that are, you know, jazz-ish that I think I would like to, you know, put on one album. Then there's going to be, then there's another direction which is more, you know, a little bit more like, you know, Conception, KAMELOT, but still maybe more commercial in a sense. And then there are, you know, a ton of like ballads or slower songs at least. But the rock part of this could be divided up in like rock music and metal, but because there are so many songs. But I'm not really sure, you know, how I'm going to approach this. What I'm going to put out first. Let's put it that way.
And so let's go back to the time when you appeared back on the scene. How was it like? Because you had to feel so much love from the fans, you know, and from the people who were really waiting and hoping that they will hear your voice again. And then it happened. So it was really like a, you know, big moment for many rock and metal fans. So how did this feel from your point of view? The reactions?
You're talking about the when I went, the actual going on stage for the first time again, or coming back to the scene?
Maybe both. Like when you appeared also like on the internet with your first song, the conception idea of the reunion, stuff like that.
I was a little bit dreadful. I mean, I had been gone for so many years, and of course, I mean, I never really cared about what other people say, in the sense that, you know, I make my art and hopefully some, you know, other people like it. But of course, after so many years and with the success I had with KAMELOT, it was kind of I'm not gonna have, you know, lie and say that I wasn't anxious and a little bit nervous, you know, before I came back. But it was heartwarming the way people welcomed me, and no, that was really cool.
When you created this State of Deception, how was the writing process? How was it to get back with your old bandmates and to do some new music again? So was it like immediately was the magic back there, or did you have to work on that for a little while? How did it feel?
Well, I mean, the writing process was a little bit different from how we used to do it with Conception in the beginning. Because back in the day, a lot of the writing was done in the rehearsal room. But now Tore had a lot of basic ideas, you know, ideas for songs with pretty, you know, full structures. And we took these ideas together with my ideas, and we took them up in the mountains, sat down, and, you know, just worked on them. You know, some songs take 20 minutes to make, and other songs last, you know, from the, you know, the starting of the process till we actually finish in the studio. So very different very different procedures as to, you know, the how we did the different songs. But the writing process with I mean, Tore has always had eloquent taste and is a very excellent guitar player. So, you know, if you have an idea, you could just say, hey, you know, what about trying this and this, and he'll just, you know, play it right away on the guitar. And he's also really good with we both do keyboards, but Tore is really good with, you know, he's got a really nice overview over harmonics and the classical way of composing. So, for example, on My Dark Symphony, he did a great job with ranging out those strings. Although we used Miro to make everything sound authentic, Tore has really done a great job with the keyboards.
Cool. Which song is your favorite one on that album, State of Deception? if you have some favorite one. For me, it's Dimension. I'm able to listen to that song over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah,
that one has my favorite guitar solo. And I love it. I like with most of what I've done in my life in the direction of music. The thing is, I don't release it, or we don't release it until we are happy and we know that we will be happy, in the future. So I'm normally very happy with the stuff that I do. But favorite, maybe We're Really Broken. It's a song I like a lot, both from the lyrical aspect. It's got a slightly original structure, in the sense that the verse is almost the most catchy thing about it.
And so now you released Monuments in Time, and it's like a bonus track on the new release, on LP release of Still Reception. And what are your plans now? Are you already working on some new music, and are you planning some new album or EP or whatever? So what are the future steps of Conception right now?
Well, right now we are re-releasing the back catalog through BMG.
I know, and I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I love vinyls, and I just love to have it.
Yeah. So that's something that we're focusing a big time on these days. Because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done in connection and around that release. So that's our focus right now. But I mean, we're constantly writing songs, and we all have ideas on each other. But there are no concrete plans of like going back to the studio, and we want to focus on this re-release on the deluxe box that that's coming out now, and also on the touring that we're going to do in the spring. We're actually doing one gig now in the fall too. Plus, we're doing a band like a fan camping trip a couple of weeks from now, which we're looking forward to, and that's a really cool event thing which is a little bit different, from what we do normally. We just go with fans, take 10 fans up in the mountains in a couple of vans, and then we rig our tents and teepees up and just camp out for a weekend.
I think it's a great idea to be that close to the fans, because almost there is no band to do it like you, because it's very amazing, I think, to be that close to your favorite artist, to be able to go camping with them, it's amazing.
Yeah. It's cool. It's really cool, and it gives us an opportunity to get to know people a little bit better, and we can sit and talk and hang out with people for like hours without being worried about a show next day, or not getting enough sleep, or because that's the reason why we're there. We're there to hang out with them. So cool.
You don't have to take care of your voice before the show and stuff like that, or even after the show, right? Okay, and what are your touring plans? Because would there be a chance, for example, here in the Middle European territory to see you? Because there wasn't a chance yet, so far. So are you planning the whole Europe somehow, or still just about the northern part of our continent?
There's a lot of logistics that have been troublesome over the last couple of years. It's because of the Corona thing. It's really risky to rent a big nightliner, cost a fortune, and it's not like, if the tour doesn't happen, it's not like you get all your money back. So we're being really careful with as to how we set up and arrange touring. So that totally depends on routing and how we can set things up to be financially safe and secure, so we don't end up with that situation where we can't play and we still have to pay for all the expenses and stuff like that. So I would still be a little bit cautious and careful this spring, but I mean, obviously we want to play everywhere. Sooner rather than later, but
sure,
there's a lot of factors that count in.
Okay, and so how did you spend these COVID times? Because that was kind of crazy and kind of depressing for all the music business, and no one knew what's going to happen next. Now it seems like it's going to get better and going to get a little bit back to the normal way of life in case of, doing concerts and going to tours. So how did you spend that time? Was it frustrating for Conception and for you personally, or did you see the light at the end of a tunnel?
It was super frustrating in the sense that, I mean, the first campaign that we did for the EP was partially ruined on our part, in the sense that, when we were supposed to get the money from the crowdfunding campaign, the pledge music went bankrupt. Mm-hmm. So we had to, and our fans had paid lots of money to get these products, so we still had to make the products, even though we didn't have the money. We had to take up a big loan in connection with that, and then we prepare another campaign to do the full album.
Yeah.
And the pandemic hits, and the whole world shuts down, 2 weeks before the release of State of Deception. And that was also not optimal by any stretch of the imagination. Now we could have probably spent the time writing a lot of music, which is partially also what we've done. We have a few songs, but there's been a lot of work with. Remember that we do all the business in this band, so there's been a lot of work with setting up files and preparing for the live shows that we've done. We also have these fan events that we've been doing. So we've definitely been busy in this period. But I mean, it hasn't been. We've been taking it day by day, and it's not like this is a catastrophe for us personally. But for Conception and the progress and the momentum that we felt we were having, a couple of years ago, that could have been better in that regard.
And so I think maybe the last question of mine, what would you like to be remembered for? Like, what is the most important thought that you put into your lyrics that you really would like to spread to your fans, like what they should think about, or maybe what is the most important thing for you as the artist that, as I said, you'd like to be remembered for?
That's an interesting question. I can't say that it's not like I have one thing, that I want to be remembered for. But, I don't know. I would like to be known for as somebody that did my best, and somebody that tried his best, I want to be remembered as a nice person. That's kind of boring, but it's I don't really have any. I really think that if you the thing is, I deal with a lot of different themes in my lyrics, but it's not like there's one theme or one thing that I would like to be remembered by. But try to do your best, at any given time, and you should be okay.
Right. I think because from the other side of the story, you really inspired me as a singer. You inspired me as, the lyric writer, and you gave me goosebumps and also tears into my eyes because of your voice and because of the music. And also, I also became a Christian a couple of years ago, and that's my way, like against my family roots and stuff like that. So we were also doing.
Oh wow!
I said, okay, this is possible. It's possible to connect.
Yeah.
A rock musician, stuff, and also this kind of deep stuff and your personal way. So, so thank you very much for being you. Just stay like you are, and I think that's what we are happy for as fans. Okay, is there anything else? What would you like to say to your fans in the Czech Republic, especially?
Like I said earlier, I just hope to get there and play in front of you guys as soon as possible. Just thanks to everybody for all support, and hope to see you real soon.